Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of Color Craze where MK and I have chosen a different palette for each day that we are creating this month to go ahead and use that as our inspiration. This is our inspiration today, and I'm also participating in Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 13. This is the sketch today prepared by Deb Talbrod. And I really like this sketch. I am a sucker for a diagonal design. I've been doing a lot of them lately, but I never get bored of them, you guys, and I don't know why that is, but I just love them. So I only have one photo today. The sketch has 3 on it, as you can see there, in 2 different orientations. I am going to take the inspiration to go diagonal, but I'm going to keep my diagonal all one direction. She's kind of got the diagonal photos and then the diagonal embellishing. The opposite direction. Mine is going, since I have one photo, it's going to be in the center, and the diagonal is just going to be upper right to bottom left. But I am using circles, which I was inspired to use from her layout, as she has some semicircles or quarter circles tucked behind her photos and in the corners. So I pulled out my circle punch. I am using, I think, a 3.5. I'm not really sure, you guys. I'm going to hold them up in a minute, so bear with me. I am using some paper from Coco Vanilla's Happy Days. That little tiny heart pattern is just near and dear to my heart. I really love it. The blue background is from my stash. There's my punch sizes: 3.5, 2, 1 inch, and 2.5. And the striped paper, I believe, is also a Paige Evans paper. I did cut that down. I cut the other colors out of it that did not match with my color palette for today. So I cut out the pink, the pinky purples and the greens, and I just put it back together so it's got orange and blues. You would never know it was actually cut apart. I did go to my sewing machine with some navy blue thread, and I stitched down in between all of those lines just to give a little added texture and interest to my layout. I thought that would be a fun little pop. I'm pulling the threads through the back and just securing them down with some washi tape, and I don't make you watch all of it. Hopefully you can see my little tiny stitch stripes there, and I think it looks really cool and a lot of fun. I am backing my photo with some kind of a buttery yellow paper. I thought I might use that bright paper because there is some of that bright yellow in the stripes there, but I don't end up going for it. It was a little bit too bright, and I decided to use some of this blue Bow Bunny paper instead, which really lends itself to the color scheme. The color scheme has that darker blue in it, but this paper kind of has a little bit of the darker blue, but it also goes towards the lighter side. You're not going to see a ton of it, but it is there, and I really like the way that it makes it look. I am inking my edges with some Juniper Mist from Catherine Pooler. And that is, like, I don't know, maybe my favorite navy blue ink. It's just really a beautiful shade of blue, and it works great. Just adhering my circles and my photo down with some liquid glue from Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. My favorite glue, works great. I can leave it open on its side on my desk while I'm working, and it doesn't seem to clog, so that's always a nice thing. I did trim my circles off there. I really like when the pattern goes off the edge of the paper. It looks like it's a continuous pattern. And so that made me happy. I opened the floral pack from this Coco Vanilla collection, and I went through and I just pulled out oranges, yellows, and blues to go with my color scheme that I am using from Color Craze. And I'm leaving behind all of the pinks and purples. And I don't think I'm going to use all of the blues either, but I am going to use a few of them. So the only color I really am adding to the color scheme is the green. And it's not really a prominent color. It's just the color of the leaves, and that is totally okay. I did cut it out of the stripes so we don't have additional green, but I do think the foliage looks fine in green, and it's not going to detract from the color scheme. It's overall, the main colors you see are what is in the color palette that we chose. I am using the chipboard letters from Coco Vanilla. My title is going to be Awesome Day Together. The photo was basically taken at a barbecue place that this little one likes to go to. I had asked her what she wanted for lunch, and she told me she wanted chocolatey mint, and it took me a while to figure it out, but this restaurant gives you an Andes mint at the end of your meal, and that is what she wanted. So that's where we went. She did eat her meal as well. She does love the restaurant and the barbecue, so it's not like she just wanted the chocolate. But it's really cute that that's how she knows this restaurant. So working on my title, and I think I'm going to go ahead and split it out. So I have an awesome day in the upper right and together in the lower left, and together it will be my entire title, even though it is split up. I think that is fine. It's not going to be a big deal. I did pull out these puffy hearts from the Happy Days collection, and I ran them through my Sidekick machine just to flatten them out a bit. They're not super puffy, but I still like them a little flatter than what they are. I don't know that they'll stay this way once they're in a page protector over time. They might fluff up again. I have no idea. But for the time being, I like them this way, and I'm going to go ahead and go with it. I did pull a couple of stickers off of the Happy Days sticker sheet, those hearts. I thought that would make a nice little resting place for the word together. And then the orange sticker I put to the left of the photo. I can write the date on that, or actually I think I'm going to write the date in the journaling, which is going to go underneath where it says awesome day. And I'm going to do that on some little white strips of paper. And I will probably just write a small little note of something else on that little orange one. I don't feel like it has to be anything prominent or anything, but most of my journaling will probably just go on the word strips. So I'm just working on getting my letters placed, and these are chipboard, and the chipboard kind of peels apart. The sticky on them doesn't stay very well, and it peels off as well. So I'm just peeling them off. You can see a whole bunch of pieces to the right of the layout there that have come off the back. So I'm going to use liquid glue to adhere them down. The important thing is to know that once they're adhered down with liquid glue, they're not moving a whole lot. So make sure you get them straight. Mine were not 100% straight, but I was able to adjust them just a tiny bit because I caught it in time before the liquid glue was 100% set. But note to self, liquid glue is really hard to pull up. So make sure you've got your alphas straight. I am also using liquid glue to adhere those little fabric-y puffy hearts down and all of my ephemera. While I do that, don't forget to check out what MK's got going on her channel. She is using the same color palette as I am. I don't know if she's working with the same sketch that I am. I think a couple of days she swapped out and a couple of days I swapped out, so I'm not 100% sure. But go and check that out. Check out her layout, and then there is a link down below to a playlist for all of the 30 Days of Sketches videos for this October. And you can find tons of inspiration for this particular sketch and many, many more over on that playlist. So go and check that out. I will put links down below for products that I am using here. So if you're interested in those, check out that down below. Almost finished here getting my letters done. This is a good reminder of why I use my tweezers, because I just dropped one. And luckily it did not drop onto my photo, but my photos are usually printed on my selfie, so they're easy to wipe off. But if you're someone who prints them, has them printed out, or prints them on an inkjet printer, yeah, be careful you don't drop your glue on your photo. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and finish tucking these little foamy, or not foamy, but puffy stickers in. And then I'm adding this little one that says, "You're the best." And the reason I decided to go ahead and add that there is because I have these little wordy strips for my journaling, and so I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of that same look down underneath the word together, so it kind of brings the two embellishment areas together. I just cut these at about 1/4 of an inch and did my journaling on them. Sometimes I use my typewriter, sometimes I just do it by hand. I haven't actually pulled my typewriter out in a while, so I might do that before too long, but I just decided to do it by hand today, and so I am just handwriting the journaling, and then I will just use some liquid glue to adhere those to my page. I'm just going to add the date at the bottom there, and that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave those down below. Don't forget to check out everyone else playing along with 30 Days of Sketches. And be sure to check out MK and see what she's done with today's inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this layout. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe as well. See you guys again soon. Bye-bye.